Now it's time to create product recipes. This is really where the power of Gravity Cloud is demonstrated. So first off, let's take a look at our staging website. I've filtered my forms by components, and you can see these are all my building blocks that I can assemble to create products. So if I look for a component and I look for headrest, you can see here I've got two different headrest components. Let's just take a quick look at what those are. So the headrest component is a gravity form, and it's got basically options to select a headrest and then a cervical drop configuration. And that's it. That's the whole headrest. Now, if I go to look at the TET, it's a specialized headrest for a specific table, and it's just got basically a cutout and a handrest, very simple. So these are building blocks. If I go back here and I change my filter, you'll see all the different gravity forms that I can assemble to create my tables. So let's go ahead and talk about how we create the high-low manual flexion table. So if I go to order this table, you can see I can select a headpiece, the cervical configuration drops. I can go into drops and I can select the pelvic drop and the full drop or a split drop. So these are all gravity form fragments or components, and they're all brought together to create this order form. So let's see how we do that and see the power of this in action. So let's go over to Gravity Cloud, and now we're going to create our first product recipe. So come in here and we're going to give it a name. So we're going to call this the high-low manual flexion table. And it is a high-low flex. For the image URL, you can go just to your site. If you right-click an image, you can go copy image address, and go back to the form, and then paste it in here. This is optional, but I think it helps you identify your product much easier. So now we have to select the destination product. So since this is the high-low flex table, that will be the form that receives the full build of this product. Now, you'll see here the destination for this build is the staging site. Here you can see staging. It's going to this form, and now where are the form components, the building blocks? They're in production because that's how we've set it up. So now we're going to go ahead and start to add in the building blocks for this. So the first building block that I use is called product template, and it has sort of the core WooCommerce setup for it. And after that, I have an order header, this one here. And then from there on in, I'm adding the headrest. So that's the headrest component. And now I'm going to use IDs just to make this a little bit quicker. So I'll be typing these in fast. Okay, and then I'm going to click add. So now if we look at this table, we know the destination form is here. And whoops, let me close that down. And all the different gravity forms that are going to come together are the product template, the order header, the headrest drops, table options, flexion tension controls, electric distraction, table height, high-low flexion table height, color component, table surface, and basic protective cover. So if I go ahead now and I want to deploy that, let's go ahead and deploy that to staging. There we go. So now if I go to the staging website, if I go to the actual external website, and if I look at that table, you can see the headpiece is first. So let's do a little test just to show that this is actually working. We'll go back over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort the components. So I'm going to I'm going to move the color component above the headrest. I'm going to hit save. Now I'm going to deploy that. Okay, it's been deployed. So now I'm going to come over and I'm going to do a shift refresh on this page. Order online. So you can see here now the table color is the first option, followed by the headrest. So we know we have a working product. So that's one product. There's another way. If you need to create your second product, there's many ways you can do that. I think the simplest way is to duplicate an existing one. So you could come in here and go duplicate, right click, duplicate. You can see this is our little manufacturing copy. From there, we could then go in and edit the configuration. So that's one way. And then the other way is just to create a new recipe. So let's go ahead and set up another table. Let's do a smaller table. We'll do the stationary table. So we'll go add, and we're going to give it a name. So stationary table. It's STA. We'll go to our website and get the image URL. So stationary is down here. So we'll do a copy image address. We'll go back over to Gravity Cloud, sorry. Put in the image. And now the target is STA. And then you would start to add in the components. So in here you select components. We'll click add, and there we go. We've got 2 tables created in roughly 5 minutes. That's it.